welcome to the Nayanta launch conference. Thank you all of you for being here. I understand that today is a busy day in Chennai. I understand you have a budget meeting. Is that right? So thank you. I think. Let me talk a bit about the university. We have Ramesh here, who is a founder. Nayanta has been set up by a group of industrialists and academics with the idea of building a world-class university out of India. Some of the industrialists who are a part of this group include Naushad Forbes, the head of Forbes Marshall and a former past president of CII, Pudumjee from Thermax, Nadir Godrej of Godrej Industries, Muthu Venkatachalam from the Murugappa Group, Satish Reddy from Dr. Reddy's Labs, Kris Gopalakrishnan, who is a co-founder of Infosys, Ashok Mishra and Pankaj Chandra, who are noted academicians. Ashok Mishra was the director of IIT Bombay. Pankaj was the director of IIM Bangalore. We have Ramesh, who was a senior partner at McKinsey. Raj Dugar, who was at 8 Roads and is a venture capitalist. So it's a group of Bharat Puri, who is currently the managing director of Pidilite. So we have a group of very senior industrialists and academicians who have come together to create a world-class university out of India. One of the thoughts there was that if you look at the country, India has arguably world-class engineering colleges and schools of management. We are sitting in an IIT Madras research park, so IIT Madras is a good example. We do not have a single full-service university in the top 200 universities in the country. And over a period of time, this is a gap that we intend to bring. Now, one of the larger pieces of logic in this is that many times single industrialists set up universities in their own name. But this is a group of industrialists that said that what we can do together will be larger than what each of us can do individually. I'll also speak a little bit about some of the principles behind the university. One of the principles behind the university is this idea that if we can create a cohort of students which is representative of the geographic and economic diversity of India, then we will create a truly meritorious cohort. Today, 70 to 80%, 70% plus of students in India are educated in municipal schools in the vernacular medium. There is no reason for us to believe that a talented student from a municipal school is in any way less than a student from an IB school. Now, the student from the IB school may have got 99%, the student from the municipal school may have got 85%, but meritoriously, they have not been given the same background. Sometimes they are children who are the first to graduate in their families. So we are looking for merit across the length and breadth of the country, and what this means is we will tie up with NGOs which are working with students in the 11th and 12th standard. It also means that we have a broader definition of merit. So merit is marks, first of all, in 10th standard. It is also marks in clusters of interest. It is extracurricular achievements in areas of interest. It could be community work, it could be sports, it could be theatre. And we are looking for 3 human qualities, where we are looking for hunger to learn, we are looking for curiosity, and we are looking at resilience. And to start with, because we will have an English language aptitude test and a math aptitude test, we are also saying that if I ask you to write an essay on curiosity, and I ask you to write it in English, then I'm creating a problem, because am I judging curiosity or am I judging English ability? So for essays, we are allowing people to write essays in 3 languages, and this is something somewhat unique in the process. So this is one part, saying that over a period of time, we want our students to be representative of the country. What that implies is that close to 50% of the Nayanta students will study on some form of scholarship. And what we are talking about is a merit-based need-blind policy, which means if you are good enough to make it to Nayanta and you do not have the capacity to pay, we will pay for you. So this is one part of what we are saying. The second part is that if you look at particularly undergraduate education outside engineering and management, in engineering and management, top schools, you have some internships. But today it is possible to do an undergraduate degree in economics or English literature or sociology or history and have no real world connect. So one of the things we are saying is that each student of Nayanta will do a 1-month immersion in the social sector, government sector and corporate sector. And then depending on which sector you have an interest in, you will do a 5-month internship. So students will have a very strong real world connect. Even before we start, Nayanta has an MOU with the Confederation of Indian Industry. The venture is strongly backed by CII. So before we start, we have got 19 companies which have signed up to offer internships to our first batch. We anticipate that by end of year one, we will have 100 such companies, organizations, companies, community organizations, government. The idea is that we'll start with a small batch of 100 students. Each student will have more than enough job opportunities. So once you are confident of job opportunities, then you can focus on learning. So this is the second dimension. Then I'll talk about 4 pillars of Nayanta. We are talking first about this idea that it is a multidisciplinary curriculum. Many people, when they come into undergraduate, they will tell you what they are going to study, but often they don't know. It is often determined either by parental pressure or peer pressure or some perception of which professions pay more. Here we are saying for the first 16 months, you do not have to decide what you study. We will do a foundation program where you will get exposed to all the different types of courses and different perspectives. And in that foundation program, we'll also have inputs on cultural intake. Basically each student of Nayanta will be technically literate and culturally literate. And one of the problems is that traditionally we have said that people who are good at technology and math need not understand literature and the arts, and people who read literature and the arts don't need, and that is something we are breaking. So today technology we are seeing as a horizontal and not as a vertical. So irrespective of what you study, you need to be conversant with technology because many jobs will come at the interface, sociology and AI, history. So many jobs will come at the interface between technology and traditional disciplines. Also in terms of the curriculum, we are providing a lot of flexibility for a multidisciplinary choice. So somebody can today study economics and psychology. Somebody can study sociology, computer science, and then do a minor in innovation and entrepreneurship. Some of these details are provided in the brochure. But the first thing that we are saying, therefore, is we will give the flexibility. We are also saying that culturally, faculty will spend a lot of time with students outside the classroom in small groups. So this concept of care, that's saying that as a leadership team and as a faculty team, we will try to know each and every student. And the idea is to enable students to choose learning which is tailored to their talents. The second is in terms of what we teach. So in terms of what we teach, one of the things we are saying is, how do you encourage people to ask questions? How do you create a curriculum where questions are more important than answers? So the pedagogy will be interactive and will be a lot about nurturing the curiosity of the student. Research has suggested that students are their own best teachers, that the best way to learn a subject is to teach it. So how do you create that interest? So that questions, so it's not about rote learning, it's not about marks in examinations, but it's about project-based work. It's about collaboration. It's about asking questions. It's about relating it to reality. So care, curiosity. And then through internships and the fact that we are encouraging students to even work on community projects as they work, a lot of the curriculum learning itself will be experiential. A lot of industry people, practice professionals will come and have conversations with our students. So students will have an opportunity to learn through projects where they will make mistakes. And when they make mistakes, we will not pull them up, but they will learn from their mistakes. And then they will do real world projects and they will see that they can make a difference to those real world projects. This will build confidence. And the final, so care, curiosity, confidence. And the final C is through internships and connections and all of that. We are giving them good jobs to start with. But equally important now, today, it is not about jobs because many people are not in their first jobs for more than 5 years. This is no longer a time when somebody joins the first job and stays for 35 years and typically retires at the same company. So they may have multiple careers in a lifetime. So the ability to learn and the ability to adapt is something else that we are kind of building in. Let me stop here and request my colleagues if they...
Project from when it was an idea. So we've been planning this for more than 5 years now. We will start in Pune, which we think is also a very nice location for an academic institution. Apart from the founders, we are very lucky to have distinguished academics join us while we are still on paper. Ranjan himself has a background in both engineering, management and a PhD. Partha used to be at IIT Bombay. So we're beginning to attract people even while we are going live. So we're quite looking forward to it. We are building an institution that is going to last several hundred years. So we are going one step at a time. Our initial class will be small. We want to get the basics right. We've identified a very nice campus in Pune, which actually has a lot of architectural and green appeal. So we are looking forward to welcoming our first undergrad class. We've already started, by the way, while we have been planning an executive education program with about 15 to 18 participants, which has gone very well. So we are doing many things already, and we are looking forward to answering questions that you may have.
பல்கலைக்கழகம் நயந்தா யூனிவர்சிட்டின்னு ஒரு புதுசாக புனேயில் எஸ்டாப்ளிஷ் பண்ண போகிறோம். இந்த சிஐஏ கன்ஃபெடரேஷன் ஆஃப் இந்தியன் இண்டஸ்ட்ரி அவளோட ஜாயின் பண்ணி நிறைய பேர் இண்டஸ்ட்ரியலிஸ்ட் இருக்காங்க. இங்கே தமிழ்நாட்டில் இது கூட இருக்காங்க. இப்போ ரமேஷ் இங்கே இருந்தார் இல்லையா, மங்களேஸ்வரன், அவர் கூட ஒரு ஃபவுண்டர் அவர். ஸோ ஒரு 10-15 பேர் எல்லோரும் சேர்ந்து புதுசாக யூனிவர்சிட்டி ஸ்டார்ட் பண்ணியிருக்காங்க. இது வந்து மல்டி டிசிப்ளினரி லிபரல் ஆர்ட்ஸ் யூனிவர்சிட்டி. இதில் இன்ஜினியரிங், மேனேஜ்மெண்ட், மெடிசன் அதெல்லாம் அப்புறமா 8 வருஷம் அப்புறம் வரும். முதல்ல சயின்ஸ், ஹியூமானிட்டிஸ், சோஷியல் சயின்ஸ் இந்த சப்ஜெக்டில் தான் நாங்கள் ஸ்டார்ட் பண்ண போகிறோம். முதல்ல 4 இயர் அண்டர் கிராஜுவேட் ப்ரோக்ராம் முதல்ல அதான் அதோடு ஸ்டார்ட் பண்ண போகிறோம். இதில் வந்து இவர் இந்த யூனிவர்சிட்டி ஸ்டார்ட் பண்ணுறதுக்கு நாங்கள் வேறு சிட்டிஸ்க்கு போயின்னு இருக்கோம். டெல்லி, கல்கட்டா, பாம்பே, பெங்களூர், ஹைதராபாத் எல்லாம் வந்துட்டு ஒவ்வொரு யூனிவர்சிட்டி ஒவ்வொரு சிட்டிலையும் இந்த மாதிரி ஒரு அவுட்ரீச் ப்ரோக்ராம், ஒரு ப்ரெஸ் கான்ஃபரன்ஸ் வைக்கிறோம். இங்கே வந்து ஸ்கூல் இந்த 12th ஸ்டாண்டர்ட் ஜூனியர் காலேஜ் ஸ்கூல்ஸ் இருக்கா இல்லையா, அவள் பிரின்சிபல்ஸு, அவள் கவுன்சிலர்ஸு, அவள் எல்லோரும் கூப்பிட்டு இந்த யூனிவர்சிட்டியை பற்றி நாங்கள் பிரச்சாரம் பண்ணுறோம். இவர் சொன்ன மாதிரி இந்த யூனிவர்சிட்டியில் 50% ஸ்டூடெண்ட்ஸ் வந்து இந்த ரூரல் ஸ்கூல்ஸ், முனிசிபல் ஸ்கூல்ஸ் இந்த மாதிரி பேக்ரவுண்ட்லேருந்து வரவா இருப்பாங்க. ஸோ அதனால் இந்த அவுட்ரீச் ப்ரோக்ராமில் நாங்கள் இந்த என்ஜிஓஸ் இருக்கால இந்த மாதிரி ஸ்கூல்ஸோட அவளோட வேலை பண்ணுறாங்க. அந்த ஸ்டூடெண்ட்ஸ்க்கு கொஞ்சம் எக்ஸ்ட்ரா சப்போர்ட் கொடுத்து அவளுக்கு நல்ல யூனிவர்சிட்டியில் அட்மிஷன் கிடைக்கிற மாதிரி அதெல்லாம் பண்ணுறாங்க. ஸோ அவள் கூட வருவாள் இந்த அவுட்ரீச் ஈவெண்ட்டில். ஸோ அதுக்காக இன்றைக்கி சென்னைக்கு வந்திருக்கோம் நாங்கள் இந்த யூனிவர்சிட்டியை பற்றி பிரச்சாரம் பண்ணுறதுக்கு.